Hello,
Hi.
we're Cam and Andy, and we are currently on Torrington Commons. We're going to take you on a little walk today down through Torrington Commons and towards the Tarka Trail, not really on that for very long. We're going to show you a place called Rolle Canal and then walk back up through a couple of fields and then into a forest back up to Torrington Commons.
And we did do this last week, this walk, and we didn't film it. We were going to, but we didn't film it, and we really enjoyed it, and there were some really pretty things and things we want to show you along the way, so I thought we'd do it today. Nice sunny day, it's a Saturday, so come along with us and let's show you all of the things along this walk.
Oh, there's a butterfly. Right, let's get on with it then.
So this is the Commons at the moment.
Yeah, it's something like 360 odd acres of common land which is freely available for people to use.
And if you turn around a minute, up there is the car park that is completely free, which we would have showed you at the start of this video. Pulled into there and parked there for free, so no money spent.
Yeah, it's
other than petrol to get here.
It's a free day out, isn't it? And there's loads of different trails you can walk down. There's like 3 different walks. There's information boards on what you can follow, what you can do. But like Cam said, we've already had a look at this one. We tried a route out last week that we kind of liked. And
there's an accident. We actually didn't mean to go the route we went. We kind of got a bit, not lost, but we went off a different trail, and we actually were lucky. We found a really good trail. So, but also there's along the way there's tons of places you can sit. There's benches, there's seats. It's perfect for like picnics and things, which will show you along the way all the little ones that you could go and sit at. There was one up there, and then there's 2 benches just as you get into the car park. So there's tons of places if you want to bring the family, or just you just want to come and have a sandwich and sit and look at the views.
Yeah, and the one thing that's a little bit different about this week is it's not very windy.
It's not very windy, but it is warm today.
It's quite high up, so I'd expect it does get quite windy here a lot. Yes, was it not yesterday? Last week when we were here,
yeah,
it was quite windy. So this is probably better we've come this weekend, otherwise all you'd hear is wind noise. So we're heading down towards Puffing Billy station. It's actually a cafe which used to be Torrington's railway station. So it's been converted into a cafe, and it was really busy there last week. So we'll give you a few shots of that, but we're not going to stop off for a coffee there today. We stopped last week. Coffee was pretty good. It was all right. It wasn't one of our favourites, but the cakes looked really good, and I think they did like a breakfast as well, which looked quite hearty.
And you know someone that had breakfast there and said it was really good?
Yeah, a colleague of mine had breakfast there and said it was really good. So we'll walk down there now, and we'll show you a little bit of the scenery there.
So you are following on this bit, the main road, which you can probably hear the cars, and there is a car park here. I don't know if this one's free, but you're probably better just starting off at the top. But you could do this both ways. So this is obviously the first thing we come to. You could do this walk the opposite way round. We're doing it today, and basically end here and then have like your food and drink, and then, you know, or do it the other way round, have a coffee before you start your walk. But yeah, you go onto this main road just for a little bit, and then you go on to, I'm going to try to talk quite loud because this is a hill and everyone's revving. So yeah, you just walk along here, and then if Andy moves out of the way a minute, you'll see there's a path just here along here. You follow it round to the car park, and that is the old train station.
And you actually join up with the Tarka Trail, which is a long distance footpath.
Yeah. Which there'll be more videos on the Tarka Trail, because we obviously live around this area, so there's lots of different walks that include the Tarka Trail at some point. But you can see the train over there. It isn't a train track that actually gets used, is it?
No, it's they've got like a community little scheme where they run the train that you can see over there. Goes up probably about 100 metres or so, I think. It's one of those where they're like slowly restoring it. In fact, you can see the end of the line if I move out of the way.
Well, we're going to walk up to that, so I'll show you. So yeah, you can eat here, have a drink here, but we're just going to walk past. So, Tarka Valley Railway.
Railway sign there.
Oh yeah. So if you just go through there, the entrance is there. They've got an outdoor seating area and inside. And
hire as well.
yeah, you can get along the Tarka Trail there's multiple places you can hire a bike, because the Tarka Trail is pretty much flat, so you can cycle the whole way.
Yeah, you can cycle something like 20 odd miles.
So as you can see, it was an old railway station, so this would have been the platform, and we're currently on where the tracks used to be, but they've paved this, or tarmacked it, whatever you want to call it.
It's been like it now for about 25, 30 years, I think. It's now a popular walking and cycle trail, isn't it?
Yeah. So there is a shop in there as well. But yeah, it's always very busy here. So if you do want to come sit here, I'm sure there's multiple seats in and out that you can do. So
I doubt you'll be able to pick it up, but there are a couple of butterflies, about 4 or 5 then actually. There's loads. Hopefully the bit we're going along in a minute on the old canal, we'll see a few more then.
it'd probably be less busy there as well, because this is like the main walking bit. It's the easiest thing to do, whereas we're going off trail a bit, and I doubt a lot of people would risk doing that unless they know where they're going.
No, I mean it was good we tested it last week.
It is a lot busier than it was last week already, so we might meet people along the way, but last week we saw no one. So you can get this train from there to there. It's the experience. I personally wouldn't pay for it, but
I think what they're doing is it's a volunteer scheme, isn't it, where they're slowly laying extra bits of track bed, but I don't know where it's going to go.
where we exit the pathway.
Because it means getting rid of the pathway, and to be honest I wouldn't want to see that.
No. Along its great journey, long distance.
A whole 200 metres. So we're just walking along the Tarka Trail, and actually this is probably an ideal bit to film along because it's the one time there's no one on it.
Yeah, there's always bikes dinging you back and forth, and you have to keep stopping. So as much as we love the Tarka Trail, we like going off the Tarka Trail where bikes aren't probably going to be along.
I think this bit as well, between Torrington, Bideford and then Bideford to Barnstaple, is probably the busiest bit, because we've cycled before beyond Torrington and
We stopped.
we got so far because we were like, oh, we're probably about 20 miles away from home now, but
Yes.
this is part of the Rolle Canal walk. We'll join this bit up later, we're not going to go here, but then this sort of follows the old route of the canal, and then up there through the trees it goes back to Torrington Commons.
So you can come off the Tarka Trail multiple places.
Yeah, there's quite a few different places you can come off. Just notice these along Tarka Trail as well, there's like these little QR codes that you can scan, and it tells you a little bit about the species that live in the bushes and the trees and the landscape around the Tarka Trail.
It smells very countryside today.
I feel like they've been spraying the fields recently.
Yeah, it's a very lovely smell.
It's that Devon smell. Heading up to cross the River Torridge for the first of 3 times maybe.
Mine's a bit more pretty outside.
Yeah.
It's very still.
Yeah, water is very still today. And just as Cam's pointing to, it's just a little path off to the right in a moment. The only muddiest section. So this is where we're going to join the Rolle Canal walk. A few steps. You can see they've got like metal grate over it, so it should keep it a bit more sturdy. Short, steep section here. Just gotta watch your footing a little bit. Not going to read this to you, but I'll give you a quick look if you want to freeze it and read it yourself. I'm going to go up to the bridge briefly, and Cam's going to go under the bridge. So this is a bridge over Rolle Canal, which obviously has not been operating for many years, but used to connect up Bideford to the north and I think Torrington to the south. And there's Cam. Yes, this is on top of the old bridge, I suppose, connecting up parts of the estate. The Clinton Devon estate, renovated 2000. So I think there's a track there because someone just walked through it. But we're going to go, or I'm going to go down here. And whilst it might not look that steep on the camera, I'm going to stop recording here because I'll probably slip over. And it is completely reclaimed by nature.
It used to be filled with water.
It used to be filled with water, yeah. There's definitely a few trees that have fallen down as well. And I reckon they probably fell down across the whole track because you can see bits a little bit further up. Oh. Don't know if they're actually coming up on the camera. But we've seen, what's that? It's got to be over 10 now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see bits where the logs have been cut through to try and re-establish the path again. It's quite hard to imagine, isn't it, this being filled with water?
Yeah, also it's a little bit deeper at some point.
Yeah, it must have been.
Like, you know, the gravel earth was kind of laid on top.
Yeah. What did it say?
Up,
it was 6 feet wide in places.
Well, yeah, I think it's down here, the board, so we'll confirm that in a minute. But on the right, we're quite high up. You can see where we stand on the bridge a minute ago.
Spin this round.
You can see just down there. It opens up in a minute.
Yeah, it does open up a bit, doesn't it? It's like what kind of looks like a mowed field over there. But you can tell it's not been used in a long time because there's like a fully established tree going right up the middle of the canal. Yeah, it's not a very long section of canal, but it's quite pretty. Quite a bit of wildlife here as well.
Maybe.
So we just thought we'd stop for a moment because, as Cam noticed, that's the route up there. There we go, zoomed in a bit. Look at the size of it.
It's all down there, but then there's all these other trees that are like kind of married into the same tree.
Yeah, there's some branches, but there's definitely like another tree in there somewhere. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be using this canal anytime soon, are they?
No.
Nope. This bit here, it's called stopboard, and it says that there's some narrow slots in the canal wall. I mean, it's really broken away, but you can see them across here. Apparently what they used to do was they'd put boards in there and they'd temporarily dam up the canal for a moment, and then obviously that'd let the water level rise. But it says there about how the stopboards and the canal's narrow and shallow profile meant that in order to keep the water there and make sure it didn't all just flow away, they had to do that from time to time. But that's probably one of the last remaining bits of engineering you can see on it. And there's the river there. So it's a good bit higher than the river itself, isn't it?
Mm.
What would you say about? It's got to be at least 8 or, well, more than that. About 8 metres higher than the river. You can walk down there, but I don't fancy trying it. Look how thick the moss is on this tree.
Wouldn't it be funny if a spider just crawled out onto your arm?
What, out of there? Oh. Just shows how old it is, doesn't it? actually how it can probably get quite wet and damp along this route as well.
Moist.
Moist. There's a few steps just down on the right here. Quite steep. And last time when we walked up here, we did look at it and we thought, no, we're not going to go along there. But you can see it goes down to the river. And then what happens, we think, is that it loops back around and it ends up rejoining just a little bit further up the canal. Look at this butterfly just resting on the path. I'm going to get a picture of it. I'm going to record it because I'm part of this app that records where you find butterflies, and it goes to the Butterfly Conservation Society or charity. So this is the end of the canal, as Cam was just showing there. Earlier on we showed you where you could join the canal walk. Tarka Trail is literally just through those trees. So if you didn't want to walk along the canal and you just wanted to go in this lovely field, which is called Reed's Field, it takes you directly back to Torrington Commons. So let's walk through there.
Prey.
Where?
It just went down into that.
Oh. Cam's saying that because last week we actually did see a bird of prey.
And that's exactly how he said it. A bird of prey!
I was excited. So just give you a quick pan shot of this field, Reed's Field, and we're kind of back towards where we started now. You can take a left up here in a moment and it goes up into more of the commons, but we're going to follow more towards where that main road is and head back towards where we started the video, because really there's
so many walks you can do.
Yeah, there's loads of walk, and we don't want to do the whole lot in one.
But you can add about 2 hours onto this.
Yeah,
easily by going different routes, which we're going to do them on different videos. But today this was just a nice one. We couldn't really film it because there was people on the benches, but in this field there's a table right next to like a little pond, and you can have a picnic there. Really pretty.
Yeah, you could easily just park up either where we did or
by the road.
Or by the road, Puffin Billy, and walk up and have your picnic. So we're going to keep walking. What should we do? Should we go straight? Or should we go up that bit?
Last time, so we're going to go straight.
Okay.
So when you come off the field, walk down here, there's like this little stream with a bridge and another picnic bench. So this is what they were all looking like, the one in the field. They're dotted all around, so there's absolutely loads of places. This would be perfect on a hot day. Have your picnic here, bring the kids. You can dip your feet in the stream. Obviously when the water's a bit higher it's probably nicer, but yeah.
So I've consulted the map. We're going to go this way.
Yeah.
Because it's a more direct route back to the car.
Yeah, like we said, there's so many ways you can go up there, you can go down there, you can go back the way we went. There's so many different ways to get back. Oh, he's living on the edge. I'm going to go over the bridge and I'm just going to go over the stones. Don't drown. This is where he falls in.
It's quite cold. I suppose what you'd do is you'd walk across the one that Cam walked across in the autumn and the winter, because that must be much higher, but it's not even covered in water today.
No.
We've had hardly any rain.
Sad times.
Sad times.
Let's keep walking. This is going to be uphill now, I imagine.
Here. I reckon it's here. Because the road must just be there.
Yeah, the road's just here. So we are going to go back up the hill that we came down at the start, which is the Commons. Right, so here is the road that we went through to Puffin Billy, which is just there. So we're going to go back up here, and that's that hill back up to the Commons where we parked the car. Nice and easy.
Yeah, nice and easy. Not a bad one. Good one for an August or September day.
It's not too long either. It's just a little bit hilly this last bit, so the heart rate's going to get up.
Yeah, don't want to just hear us panting.
Meet you at the top. So we're back on the bench at the top where we started the video. That is a steep hill. It's a lot gentler the other way we went last week, which we're doing another video. But yeah, 5,000 steps, so not loads, but it took us an hour because there's a lot of up and down and, you know, stopping and going over a bridge. But yeah, really enjoyable. It's not a super hard walk. Really pretty views, and like we said, if you bring some packed lunch or something with you, you can stop at loads of different places, which is really nice.
And the nice thing about it is, as I hinted at in the video, you don't have to be on the Tarka Trail for very much as well, because I think sometimes people come around these parts and they just stick to like the Tarka Trail because it's well known. So it's nice to just step off the Tarka Trail and see some wildlife, bit of a different Devon landscape. What I'll do is, after we have got back to the car, I'll plot this on OS Maps and I'll drop a link in the description below.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, we love seeing your comments, and make sure you're subscribed.
Yeah, subscribe if you're not already.
And we'll see you on the next video.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.